Hello everybody, Dan and Andy Diaries, and today we want to talk about our day trip to Durham. But before we do, I must apologise about my voice, sounding like it is at the minute, because I've had a horrendous sore throat leading to cough, cold, lost my voice. It's just starting to come back, so it sounds a bit croaky at the minute, and you'll see that on some of the videos we've done as well. So yeah, just to let you know. But today we want to talk about our trip to Durham. And when I say we rather, I mean me and Dan.
Hey.
There he is. Right. So Dan, let's talk about Durham. The first time for you.
It was best time.
Trip to Durham. Yeah, and I mean I've been there a few times, and it's a lovely city, historical city.
Beautiful city.
So let's first of all discuss the different ways you can get there, first of all.
Okay.
So, you can obviously go by a car, you can go by train, and you can go by bus. That's the sort of three main ways to get there.
From Newcastle.
From Newcastle I'm talking, yeah. So, we kind of did a bit of both of two of them, didn't we really?
Yeah.
As you know, there are park and rides in many different cities. And so what we did, we took the car to a park and ride in Durham. And then we took a short bus ride, a park and ride bus ride from
The park and ride.
on the outskirts of the Durham, the city centre, into the city.
Yeah.
And
Highly recommend. So the park and ride was the Belmont park and ride. That there's three, I believe, for Durham when I was looking. And the Belmont one is the one that we chose because that is the closest one to the A1M, which is like the main motorway, like trunk road that kind of connects the north to the south. It's like a big motorway. So as we were in Newcastle, we were only coming, it's only like 15 miles, 16 miles down on that A1M. So it was just really easy. And it was really simple. You come straight off the A1M, straight into the park and ride, and straight on the bus. It was very easy, very chilled.
it only takes about, 6 minutes, 7 minutes?
If that, yeah. It's dead easy, dead quick, and really cheap.
Super cheap.
So we looked at parking in the city centre with the car, and it was ranging anywhere from like £5 to £9 for the day to park. If you were going to drive into the city centre yourself and park the car for the day.
Mm-hmm.
So we obviously then looked at the park and ride, and it was £2.
£2, that's cheap as chips, isn't it?
£2.
Compared to £5 to £9.
It was £2 to park for 12 hours. So it's 7 till 7, £2.
It's enough time for most people, I think, to have a look around Durham.
Yeah.
Unless you plan on staying in later.
Highly recommend
Yeah.
the park and ride.
So the park and ride was good. So we got the park and ride, we arrived there, and then we decided to take our first trip
Yep.
with a guided tour
Yep.
to the cathedral.
Yep.
And what was the price of the guided tour?
Was it £7?
£7.50.
That's right.
It was $7.50 each for an hour's guided tour into the history of the cathedral, which was very, very interesting. And even though they say it's free to go in, but they do suggest a donation of £5.
You don't have to pay the donation.
You don't have to, but it's what they suggest.
Yeah.
We did, because it's a good cause, and it takes a lot to upkeep that.
And it is beautiful.
Massive cathedral.
Absolutely beautiful building. And the tour was done by a guy called Aidan. Shout out to Aidan.
Yes, very good.
He was fantastic.
Had excellent knowledge on the history of it.
And engaging, I thought.
Yeah.
Like, you could just tell he loved his job. He was very passionate about it, or just loved it, absolutely loved it. And then that obviously reflected on us because we loved our experience.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend doing the tour because you see things and you learn about things that you wouldn't have done if you were just walking around on your own.
No. So we did the tour, and then afterwards you can go back in to the music, to the bits you've just done the tour on and have a look closer at the artifacts and the information about the artifacts.
Yeah, which is what we did.
Which is what we did, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was very interesting, actually. Yeah.
I learned so much. I didn't St. Cuthbert, I didn't even know that he existed until yesterday. But, to be such an important figure, especially up here in the northeast, very, very interesting. Highly recommend a trip to the cathedral. Beautiful.
And also, part of Harry Potter was filmed within the cathedral grounds as well. I think it was in the first 2 films of Harry Potter, and it was the bit where Dan doesn't know about it because he's never seen Harry Potter. Can you believe? None of them. He's never seen them. So obviously he lives under a path or something, or under a paving stone. But
I've not got round to it.
Not got round to it. It's been out for years, man. Anyway, it's the part where they'd have the Quidditch games. Those of you who are Harry Potter fans, the Quidditch games were filmed within Durham Cathedral grounds on the grass bit. Yeah. So that was a really good little experience.
It was great, really nice.
I mean, I've been in the cathedral before, but I've never done the tour, so it's good to do the tour as well.
Really, really good.
Okay, then we decided to go and have something to eat.
It was before, wasn't it?
Was it before that? We had something to eat?
Before the cathedral, because then we went straight across to the castle.
Oh, we had a coffee, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a coffee before the cathedral. And then the castle, which is right next to the cathedral.
Yeah, and it's also worth mentioning that the cathedral and the castle together make up a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Yes.
So that part of Durham, like right in the centre, the cathedral, there's like a green outside which kind of separates the cathedral and the castle. That whole area is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Yeah. So we decided to do the tour for that as well, which was very good. And the castle itself actually houses 150 university students. Can you imagine getting based there?
Can you imagine your student residence being in a
Living
castle?
in the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they get 3 meals a day there. They get to eat in the great dining room, which is there.
Yeah.
Which is because we went in there and they were all in there having their dinner and stuff.
Yeah.
What an amazing place to live whilst you're doing your uni. And apparently there's about 700, was it, students?
Yeah.
Altogether. But only 150 of them can live in the castle. The rest are dotted around the city. So the lucky ones in the castle, oh, very lucky.
Beautiful, yeah. But again, the tour was great. Again, you learnt so much about the castle and its origins, and the Prince Bishops, which I didn't know about until yesterday.
And one of the main Prince Bishops, which had the place built, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was really cool day, great history.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went for some food, and then we had a little stroll around Durham itself.
Yeah.
We missed the river walk.
We did. To be honest, it was icy cold.
Really cold.
I think if you want to do the river walk, really, you need to be a bit warmer.
Yeah, it's got to be spring or summer.
Yeah, because it was just too cold to be out there.
It was freezing cold.
So, yeah, but we popped into a lovely little place where they did coffee and sandwiches and cakes
just to warm
and things.
up,
We had a bacon sandwich, didn't we? Plain old bacon sandwich. Can't beat it.
Proper nice. So, yeah.
And we had a walk around the city, which is it's very, very like York. If you've ever been to York, it's quite sort of similar, sort of oldie-worldy,
looking, cobbled streets still in parts, and very narrow streets and roads, like back in the old days. It's beautiful, very, very pretty city.
Buildings made of like big stones and stuff like that. It's
very pretty city.
Pretty city indeed.
So yeah, highly recommend a day trip if you're up in the northeast to Durham. Yeah, I don't think you'll be disappointed.
And also in the night time, the castle's all lit up as well.
Yes.
What colour was it lit up last night?
Purple.
Purple. It was all lit up purple around the castle night time. Nice to see, which you did take a picture of, didn't you?
Yeah, but I didn't get a video.
Oh, you didn't do a video? You always do a video. Why didn't you do one? Never mind. Next time.
It was too cold. I couldn't get my phone out of my pocket. My hands were freezing.
Next time. Now, what we also did whilst we were in Durham there, there's a pool club which is there. Now, I happen to know who the owner is, so we decided to pop in and because we'd never been before, and you know he's had this club for about a year now, and he's done very well with it. It was nice, wasn't it,
Very
inside?
nice.
We didn't actually take any video footage, did we? But it was a bit noisy inside because they have music playing all the time.
It's
and
very
stuff.
nice.
But it was beautiful. Yeah, it was a lovely, sort of an American themed sort of pool place. But good music. They do food and stuff. They have pool competitions. They have professionals come in and do exhibitions and do trick shots and all sorts of stuff as well. So it's a really nice place, quite very friendly staff.
Very nice.
So if you want to, you know, make a night of it and go and play some pool and have a drink, then it's quite a very pleasant,
Yeah.
social place to be.
It was good.
So yeah, so we did that, and then we came home, didn't we?
Yeah.
Drove home after that. Didn't take long to get home, and you can park as well after 6 p.m. There's a lot of free parking. So you can find free parking there as well in the town centre. So if you wanted to do other things as well apart from the pool, then yeah. So yeah, all in
I
all,
recommend a trip to Durham.
all in all, good experience. Yeah, definitely go and if you come up this way and visit Durham. So I think that's it for this one, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay,
Catch
so
the next one, which will be in the lakes.
yes, Lake District coming soon as well. So watch out on Sticks World. Bye for now.
Bye bye.